Welcome to the biped recipe speed sculpting session. I'm going to just create this model based off of the lessons that I've posted so far on the playlist. So I'm just going to make a biped here real time. I'm not going to speed anything up. I will pause in between maneuvers that I have to do in terms of opening and closing software, but hopefully this will inspire all of you to trust in the process and that we know what we're doing here. And so I'm not going to call out any shortcut keys, but I'm going to talk while I do this, and I'm just following the biped recipe that's been covered in the videos on the playlist. I'm putting this video in the front just so people can watch this to begin with and understand that if you follow the process, you can actually make a character in, less than an hour from scratch. We're going to model it, we're going to texture it, we're going to UV map it and texture it, I should say. Then we're going to rig it and animate it with Mixamo and the new AccuRig, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So let's see how this goes. Whoa, that is not a cube. It's not what I wanted. So I'm going to try and concentrate a little bit and as I walk through this, but we'll see how it goes. So 12, I believe, and 8 and 2. Here's my torso. So I create the torso, bring that up. And so for this demo, I am actually working to the image plane to start with, because this is the idea that you do the recipe once right the first time, getting the edge loops correctly, and then you can go back in after the fact and you can make it to the image plane to begin with, like I'm doing now. As before in the demo, you actually build the edge loops first, and then you go in and move the polygons and the vertices to the image planes. So I do that very much on purpose for beginners so that you guys don't get wrapped up in good anatomy, because anatomy is a lifelong learning process, and if you're brand new to this, trying to do good anatomy and edge loops at the same time is extremely difficult. So, whoops. We'll see how this goes. I'm kind of excited to do this. It's been a minute since I got to make something new myself. And just kind of moving these around, getting the groin region ready to go here. And the crotch region here is the part that always throws people off. So I'm just kind of setting that up first, and then trying to make that octagon shape as close to what it should be. And then see if I don't go so fast that I make some major mistakes here. I probably will, but c'est la vie. There you go. There's the 8-sided shape for the leg to connect. And then go in here to the armpit region, grab the 4 quads at the armpit and extrude, scale those in, bring them out just a little bit, scale them in just a little bit more. There you go, out of isolation mode. There we go. Delete. Grab my arm here, and before I get too carried away here, make sure I don't have any interior faces in the arm. So we'll grab those faces, and we're going to delete them, go back to object mode, bring it in really close to the armpit, just like so. Do the same thing with the leg here. Let's isolate that for a second, and grab those faces on the top here. I didn't even get rid of the diagonals, which I should have, but make sure I didn't get anything on the back on accident. Nope. Delete, go underneath to the foot. We do want to get rid of these diagonals. So the idea is I'm doing this completely from scratch. There's no pre-saved pieces anywhere, so I can't have stuff prepared ahead of time. To just kind of hit the point home is how easy this is if you follow the recipe. So it will be slightly different than what we did in the other videos, but if you did them already and then you watch us, or if you watch us first and then do the videos, it should be an interesting, there should be some interesting reactions from you guys. See what you think. So definitely want to scale these up, use some of the soft select and bring that arm out a little bit more. There we go. And then maybe get rid of that, maybe bring it out more right there. Maybe do the same thing with the leg. Go to vertex mode, grab the side view, scale up the, whoa, scale up the soft select a little bit there and bring that out. Maybe grab both. There we go. Just a bit. And then maybe out, take away that one. The upper thighs, where the gluteus maximus comes in, that's quite a bit bigger than the rest of it. And then we'll go up here to the torso, and we're going to grab the neck region. Make sure it turns soft select off. So I'm constantly hitting the B key. I'm pressing soft select on and off. And in the channel layer, I could probably turn this image plane on and off. I don't really need it right now because I know what I'm doing. Just kind of going for it here. Got symmetry turned on. Here we go. And go ahead and deselect those and go back to modeling toolkit, extrude, scale in, or just move it up a little bit. Maybe tilt it forward, bring it forward a little bit more, scale it in a little bit, and extrude again, and bring it up a little bit more. There we go. And then perhaps I'll just go with this square head. I had done the helmet head previously with the cylinder, but I'm finding that maybe I just need a cube and just be done with it. Make it even faster. So maybe probably breaking some of my own rules here a little bit. Why not? Back of the cranium, kind of positioning the head out a little bit more prior. Up the head, extrude again, bring it straight up, and then maybe scale in a bit more. Extrude again, bring it up, and extrude again. I just missed the extrude key. Yeah. Go W. Bring it up again. And then when I get to the top of the head here, I can switch over to vertex mode, grab the vertices and bring them in just a bit like that. Same thing in the front, bring those in a bit. And a bit there. I do have a skull over there somewhere. Maybe for this one, I'll just grab the jaw here with the face, grab these two faces here and extrude, pull that out a bit like that, and then switch over to vertex mode. I was going to do like a some kind of monster, like non-human, but still bipedal, but we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. It is Halloween coming up, so ho ho ho, happy Halloween. That's the joke goes in this house. Go. There's a chin. And so I'm not trying to get too caught up with any anatomy yet. It's super hard, even if I'm making like a incredibly conscious effort not to get caught up in the anatomy. It still happens to very naturally. So yeah, you can see me struggle with it. And I think that'll let you know, hey, the struggle is real. We all want to have good anatomy. But you can't do it yet without good edge loops, so it doesn't do you any good because we're going to sculpt it. Why vertex push when you could sculpt? That is the main question. So you just want a cage that you can work with really well. And there we go. And then when I get to this little triangle here, whenever you get a triangle, if you connect the hypotenuse across and then scale that in, that gives you a nice curve around there. You'll see once I start smoothing and sculpting everything. Same thing here in the cheek. Start bringing that in. All of these can come in, and you want to get that egg shape of the skull. But it's still incredibly low poly, so I'm pretty happy with that so far. That'll work. Add some more edge loops in here, across the side here. Connect once. Do another row here. Connect once. That'll be good. Go to the arm here, and let's crack in all our edge loops right quick. So connect and do one first before I go and do the other side. If I go too fast, I'm going to mess up, so I got to pace myself. and hit enter each time you connect. The G key works sometimes and it doesn't, so I'm just doing it manually. It should be not really optimized. I'm just going for it. Just having fun with it. Let's go down the leg here. Same thing. Across the thigh, up to around the crotch, connect. If at any point I need to slide tool, I will. But for now, this is fine. Make sure I don't get anything off on the backside there. Here we go. Connect. Maybe here, the knee, those three should work. Yeah, I guess I'll leave those. Connect. And then when I get down here and do the foot, should have enough vertices to play with. Already got enough vertices at the torso, so that should be fine. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and duplicate special. So we'll make sure that this is pivoted. Actually, all three of them. I don't know if I can do all three pivots at once. I don't think you can. No, D and X, right? Grab the pivot. Oh, is that all three of them? Oh, you can. Go grab multiple objects and move the pivot. Maybe I knew that once upon a time and just forgot. So for this one and this one, freeze, transform, delete special, edit, duplicate special, go across the side, make sure it's -1, copy, apply, grab the other two, merge, combine them together. I always say merge and combine to get them transposed in my head. Okay, that should be good to go. Now let's grab it with the body and we'll combine that together. And then we're going to do the corner here for the armpit. So I'm going to go to vertex mode here, go to X-ray so I can see through as I do this, and we'll do a target weld. So very quickly, we'll just target weld everything to the cylinder shape to keep the roundedness and to not sweat too much the torso shape is yet. Because like I said, I'm gonna sculpt all that anatomy in, and that should be good to go. Hit 3 on the keyboard and round it off. Yeah, I'm definitely going too fast. All good. X-ray mode off again. There we go. Back to beginning, and then we'll go to the crotch region. Same thing. So we're gonna go right here, and I'm actually going to move the, I'll stick to what I was doing. So let's move the, move the torso so you get to a better view angle, and watch out you're not grabbing anything from behind on accident. It is easier though in X-ray mode to see what you're doing here. There we go, target weld. Oh, come on, target weld. Hold on. Quick drag. No? Oh, I hit this key. I don't even know what that does. Last tool used, huh? All right, well, thanks a lot. Last tool used must be a shortcut key I don't know about, or that I've forgotten about. Okay, so if target weld is behind the vertex, this face, so right, that's behind there, even though it's on it's on X-ray mode, it doesn't like to operate correctly. I have to get behind where it's not occluded. You have to get into a view angle with target weld. So little nuances like that. Over the years, the software's changed so many times. I'll forget here and there what it was like a few versions ago, or 5 years ago, or 10, 15, 20, 20 years ago. Crazy to think how much time's passed. There we go. And looks like did I turn symmetry off? Object X, huh? Looks like I'm off symmetry somehow now. I don't know how that happened. All right, well, very good. You know what to do, everybody. So I'll just go in here and we'll turn symmetry off. Right? And delete 1/2. And in my haste, I made some waste. I made a boo-boo. Problem. Okay, go to the move tool and go D and X again. Bring it down the center. Freeze, Control Shift D. And I'm off center as well. Dang. Well, like so many of you are having this problem. It's good I'm having the problem, because now I shoes on the other foot, so to speak. So bring that over. Go the whole thing a little bit, and then grab that center edge loop line right there. Hold down. I'll make sure we scale it just to make sure they're all flat. Hold down X and drag it over. Now it's snapped in, and that should be still there. So I'll freeze it and delete history again. Control Shift D. There we go. Grab the two, combine, go to vertex mode, and we're gonna grab whole center line right there. Edit mesh, merge vertices. Should be done. To go round a little bit. Yep, looking good. Okay, let's go ahead down here to the feet and grab the face here. And guess I'll do some shaping for a quick minute. So we'll go back to symmetry X. Whenever you switch to symmetry, it's good to deselect and reselect. I don't trust software at all, so I'll bring it way up there with the soft select. Go to scale just on these two axes and get a nice kind of narrow, at least from the, maybe not do both axes, do both of them to start and then squish it, because they're a lot wider at the ankle than it is on the width on the ankle. That's a good rule to remember there. Then I can switch back to face, hit B off, and go back to front view port, see how far I am from the ground down there. And if I want to turn on the soft slick, I can kind of do that back and forth. Look at object X is not working. That's so strange. There we go. Bring that down some more like that. Then turn off soft select and we'll extrude again. Bring it down one. Ooh. Yeah, there's definitely some error going on here. I have the faces selected, and then it's moving the whole. It was moving the whole thing. I don't know why. So go back to the front viewport there, bring it down a little bit, and extrude one more time. Hit enter, switch to W to move, bring it down to the ground. Hold down X, snap the feet to the ground. Then we're gonna grab the front of the foot here. We're gonna widen it out a little bit so it's kind of equal to the ankle. Go, that should be all right, and we'll extrude that out as well. So extrude, pull, switch to edge mode, grab the top of the foot here. Go grab this one. We're gonna bring this one, it goes way down towards the sole, at the bottom of the foot, sole, the boot. I'm not gonna do the full foot, I'm just gonna do boot. Right, is that cheating? I don't think so. And yes, it does get a little whiter as it comes out. You can even kind of push it that way. And extrude again, W, pull it out, and as it comes out here, I do have the option here. I can flatten these edges out. I think I'm going to leave it for now though. Grab this, bring it down some more. Maybe get ready for the ball of the foot. Back to face and extrude again. Pull. Again, I don't use the extrude tool move because it's so buggy. With a normal direction, it just kind of flips out on me at random times, and so over the years I just quit using it. I'm sure they fixed it, made it better. Whatever. I don't like it. This one can come down even maybe a little bit more. The side of the toe or foot right here definitely comes out, kind of curves out some more, and then the ball of the foot right here comes out as well, even more so. And then you have the arch of the foot right here, comes up. Oops. Got both of those in the edge loop there. Yep. Extrude again, move, bring out, and done for now. Maybe bring these toes out. And maybe I could, woo. This whole thing. I didn't really center line this up very well, so I could grab this edge loop here, and this is a super speed sculpt, so yeah, there we go. So that got off kilter a little bit, so you definitely want that edge loop here for the arch to be closer more on the inside for strength than the outside, so towards that big toe it's coming in there. And then these two also can kind of finish that arc, like curving outward in for the foot here, and then these guys right here, this kind of sticks out just a little bit more than the big toe. Grab the big toe again. Should be good. All right, and come up here to the groin region. So this should be all welded up. So I'll just smooth it one time. It's good. Go back, grab these pieces right here, bring it down, go to the inner thigh region, and bring it down some more. So we're kind of crunching these together. This is where a lot of flex happens with the leg. So we definitely want that extra flex there. We also want to bring down the gluteus maximus, goes way down the back of the leg, so we can grab these now. Grab this one now. We want and start bringing these down a little bit. And yeah, you just kind of memorize these over the years as it goes. Go into the edge loop here. One more around the waist or on the crotch. I know that's gonna, there's not a lot of edge loops there yet, but I know we're gonna need them, so just kind of putting that there now. And then this one here, up the hip at the pelvic girdle, and bring that down as well. And we'll get rid of the pointies here. I'll bring that in for the booty and the front of the groin as well, right there. I'm about to the point now where I maybe turn the image plane back on, but not quite yet because I don't want to slow down yet. So I'm gonna grab all of these, make sure I got both sides. Yes, all that in. I get kind of even there, and then add to my selection right there. Pull that in right there. Grab the top of the clavicle to the front of the shoulder and bring that way in and maybe down just a hair. Same thing for the front of the neck right here. Bring those down, maybe let go of the shoulder down even more. For the neck, go to the edge here, add. So yeah, I kind of don't try not to add the edge loops in until I really need them. So, there's not a super good rule of thumb for it. It's just kind of something you get to know over the years. The back of the arm right here, the shoulder blade, well, the trapezius, the deltoid, and the turn on soft select here just really lightly. The trapezius, the deltoid, the scapula, the latimus, all that is so much farther back than the front of the arm. So you really want to, the armpit becomes incredibly difficult to do properly. So when I'm getting in here, I'm also kind of preparing the space where that armpit's going to be, so that way I don't have to deal with it. I'm trying to keep this center line here in the middle of the bicep even as I can. Whoops. But I know I'm going to push that up underneath there, and I know I'm going to bring out the fan, that kind of cobra hood shape that more prominent in the male figure for the latimus, for the lats. Get that good V fan going, right? If we're lucky. Bring this into the clavicle, nape of the neck, to the sternocleidomastoids, the mastoids processes. These can all flow in. I probably should do more of this in the sculpting app, so I might kind of stop myself here in a minute, but I do have the good image planes in here, and that's why I'm kind of, it makes sense to do some of that stuff now. Go, it's getting there a little bit snug right there, and we can bring this in some more as well. Go for the throat and outer part of the neck right here. Can bring that out just a little bit. Pretty good. Okay, let's do the hand. Okay, so for the hand, we'll create the cube. Let's see. Man, I don't remember these off the top of my head. I think it was like 2, 4, and 3. 2, 4, 3. Something like that. And I don't know. 2, 4. Oops, not 42. 2. Great. I know this is going to be way off. It's all right. Have my notes in front of me. That would be super helpful. Okay, yeah, I did something wacky there. It's all right. Just flip it 90 degrees, right? Easy. The move tool, and now all of a sudden my channel layers are missing the position because I'm in component mode. Okay, that's why. 90. Go, and then yeah, this should have been 4 going on the width. So let's do that in the polycube right here. So it was 3 here. Let's see if I can switch that to 4 without it getting all, oh wow, 44. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. And now I can just scale that out and then scale the whole thing to match. And I think the arm's a little bit too long. And then now I can pull up the image plane here in the front. And I have the other one here with the hand upward. Oh yeah, it's way too long. So, and giving all my characters monkey arms for some reason. So I'll just scale those in, bring it back. But as you can see here, it's absolutely no problem at all. Just kind of be aware that you're going. And I could even start turning on soft select here and scaling that down a little bit, and definitely squish it in a lot if the hands are upright. I'm going to do my hands flat. Oops, going this way. So do that way. Go. And then maybe behind the elbow. There a little bit more. And if they're bunched up like that, just turn soft select off and I could just move them. I could use a slide edge tool and probably do one more set of edge loops right in here. With the armpit, connect, enter, go back to the hand here and plane. So I should have the image plane for the hands right there. Okay, great. Going here to the object mode. Let's see if it's going to, yeah. So not to worry. Just bring it right over here. Like so. And punch it down a little bit. And especially the front. Turn on soft select. And I move it up. Whoa. It's weird. Something on the pivot, world, edit pivot, set pivot. Maybe something on the, oh, yeah, I have it on symmetry still. There's a shortcut for that, and I'm totally blanking, and I should be using the shortcut for that constantly, and I do apologize I haven't gotten that shortcut for you yet, but it'd be good to not overdo the raw quantity of shortcut keys that I've been throwing at you guys anyway, so we'll see. Okay, this one, get out of the transparency mode, grab this one, and grab the faces. Grab what I need, more than I need to get rid of what I don't need, and touch down. And if it gets a little bumpy, I'm going fast, so that's okay. Here we go. Oh, and I'm turned symmetry off, didn't I? Oh man. So that's how it happens, right? Yeah. You're turning it on and off, and it's not by object, and I'm sure there's a way to do that. Again, I'm sure like people have their custom shelves and whatnot built, but okay, so I got that there. And then I'm just going to delete those. And then I'm going to go into the palm here, bring that up to the arm, maybe go to front view. There we go. And make it just a little bit bigger. And grab those faces on the back over there. So let's isolate that. F on the keyboard. Turn off soft select. Grab these using selection. Oh, thank you, cat. My kitty just jumped on my keyboard because it is dinner time and I am a bad dad. I did not feed cats yet. How could I neglect the furry babies? So, all right, so we'll delete those. We'll go into the edge mode. We're going to get rid of these edges right here. Control backspace. I'm going to go one more deep right here and here. Control backspace. Why not? We'll go to multi-cut. Control on the top. Go to the bottom. Enter hypotenuse center to vertex, hypotenuse, center to vertex, go to the top, same thing. Make sure I hit enter each time, shift, click, make sure I'm at a good view angle so I don't make the tool do anything too weird. Enter, go to scale, go to vertex, go to x-ray mode, see if I can get all 4 of them in one shot and scale them out. So you just want to try and relax the quads so the 3 quads are as even as possible. Looks like made my gizmo smaller. That's the plus and minus key, by the way. I haven't said that one yet. There we go. So there's my hand. Go back over here to the front of the hand. Grab these faces. 1, 2. Extrude, scale. Boom. 2. Extrude, scale. 1, 2. Extrude, scale. 2. Extrude, scale. Okay. Go to selection mode. Grab my fingers. Pull them out just a little bit like that and delete. Grab the webs across the top of the knuckle, I should say, of the hand. Go to the move tool and bring those back and grab the sides a little bit so there's not too zigzaggy and bring that back. So that's going to give the padding and the webbing in the front, and you can see the little webbing will appear down below. All right, let's go to the side view. All right, and let's make our little fingers. So we go create, polygon primitive, and cylinder, and this time we just want 6-sided cylinders with 3 and with no cap, just a cap of 1, and radius and height. That's really, really huge. So we'll go 4 and I don't know, 20. And there we go. Did I do 2 of them? I hope I didn't. No, just 1. Okay, cool. Close that out. And rotate it 90 degrees, channel layer 90, and bring it into position up by the hand. I know this isn't going to happen. I'm not going to do this in under an hour, am I? Since I'm going purely from scratch, if I had these pieces prepared ahead of time, I could do it, but I don't think I could do it in the whole thing in an hour. That'd be crazy. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Yes, so we do need to rotate it this way, right? When we get rid of those diagonal pieces. So on y-axis, so we want to do 90 degrees on y, right? And then I want to go get the pivot point, so D and V, bring it back to the center, and then scale down like that. And that, remember, the middle finger is equal to the palm of the hand, roughly. Right, so that's pretty darn close. Yeah. I'll bring it back to the middle area. Then get rid of the diagonals. Get rid of the internal faces first. So we go face, grab more than you need, take away what you don't need, delete. Go to the front here, and we don't need, go to Q so I don't accidentally move anything. You don't need any of those, control backspace. We go. We can now grab these 2 and bring it back slightly like that. Cool. Yeah, works for me. All right. So edge loops. We'll go and insert edge loops. I didn't know if I was pausing. Okay, I'm at 33 minutes, not too terrible. So we'll see how it goes. So connect, enter, move it back towards the knuckle. Go another one here, connect, move it towards the second knuckle. Go in here, connect, smooth, bring it back to that one. And then the last knuckle here, you want 3 per, you can get away with 2, I suppose, on the finger because they're small, but I'm just following the recipe here. Might as well. We get those 3 there, and then I could put 1 more in the center for each one. But this middle knuckle should be more in the middle, so let's do that with the vertex mode. So it's easier to grab all the vertices sometimes, and then we could grab all these, and we could push that closer to the tip of the finger. And now we can grab the end knuckle here and go to Scale tool. and then go to soft select, bring it all the way out so it gets almost to the tip of the knuckle, and then scale it down on that axis. There we go. And we could still grab, you know, like the central knuckle here, and we could still beef that up if we hold down B, middle mouse drag over. We can still kind of bring that up a bit. And then from the other side also, on the finger, if you look at it from the side view, a lot of times we'll just bring the whole thing up a bit, even though that maybe breaks this center edge loop line away. We kind of bring all that up a little bit like that. And then maybe bring these. My cat is going absolutely nuts. You're ruining my speed run, cat. It is not dinner time yet. You're early. Why are you trying to trick me? Naughty kitties. She's like right in front of my screen. This is like extra handicap, you guys. This is not fair. But I have to deal with the kitty, the cute little kitty. Yeah, you. Okay, maybe bring up the middle knuckle here. Just a little bit. And then back here again, just a little bit. Don't look at my knuckles. My knuckles are jacked. Just a little bit. There we go. And then we'll do one more edge loop in the middle. So we'll do one there. Connect one time, enter. Do one more there. Make sure I wasn't too sloppy there. Connect one time, enter. Okay. So, yeah. With cat interference, not too bad. Scale it in just a little bit. The meat of the knuckle. Yeah. This one here. We could scale the top of each knuckle out a little bit to make it more, whoops, just the top of the knuckle out a little more, 2, 3, out a little more, go, and then this one here, out a little more, and then leave the bottom round. It's where the meat is, where the muscle is, right? Okay, and grab the rest of these vertices. That's a little high right there. I'm gonna move. I'm just getting one good finger, and then I'm gonna do replicate it, right? And then maybe some more. It's too far away from that knuckle right there. That should be centered. There we go. That's better. And then this tip underneath the tip of your fingers. This actually comes in quite a bit. That. Okay, pretty happy with that. Go back to object mode. There we go, finger, Control D, duplicate, bring it over, bring it down, middle finger, Control D, bring it over, bring it back, rotate it ever so slightly. I'm not even looking at the image plane right now. I'm just going to go for it. Control D, bring it over, move it up to the side, scale it down. I don't think I scaled this one down. Scale it down a little bit, scale this one down quite a bit. Curve, whoops. Make sure you grab it so it only stays on one axis. You don't want to get it all wonky. Just bring it back. Control D, bring it back even farther. Scale it in. It's on local scale. Rotate out. Whoops. Yeah, something's happening where it's grabbing like off multiple axes when I rotate there. There we go. Maybe a little bit too far. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Maybe a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. Get them closer together, maybe. There we go. And then before I forget, make sure I bring this down here. Control D. Bring it down over here, and we'll do the 45, 45, 45 for the thumb. So 45 that way, 45 this way, and then 45 down that way, right? So we'll do this way first. Or it's actually, yeah, 45 that way. And then we'll switch it from object to world on the pivot. And then we're going to bring it down. $45. Looks like I missed a little bit on. Oh no, that's pretty good. And that's going to connect underneath the wrist under the second half of the palm, right? Like right in here. This is where the thumb connects, right in there. Toe. Cool. All right. Grab the palm. Go to face. We just need 2 faces to attach the 6-sided thumb. Before I do that, go to edge loop, double click, bring the edge all the way around. Let's space that out a bit more for the thumb. We're just going to grab these bottom 2 faces right here. I could grab these 2 edges first and kind of hedge my bets. This one, those got to come way forward for this meat of this thumb and the web of the thumb to connect on there. Grab the face 1 and 2 and extrude. 1, 2, extrude. Oops, bring that out. Whoa. Yeah, see what it does there on the normals? It does really, really weird shit. D though, you can align it to the edge, specific edge, and I can flatten it to that edge, which is really awesomely handy. And then I can pull this whole thing out and rotate the whole thing out like that. Then back to object mode, so I can grab, whoa. And now I could grab both of them. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, cool. So that should work. That's my speed sculpt on the hand. Grab all the fingers, bring them up just a little bit. And so now what I have to do is actually position these back ever so slightly to get them to connect correctly. And then we'll grab the wrist in here as well. We'll double click that one and we'll bring that in too. So for now though, I'm trying to round anything that's too square. So if you have the 8 side, grab the 4 corners, go to the scale mode and scale in from the corner. And that gives you your round octagon connector, right? That's important to remember that little trick. And then I can grab the rest of them and then I can scale the whole thing in. Whoops, I meant to grab the top and the bottom too. And then bring it up slightly. The wrist kind of has a cupping. There's a cup underneath that goes up in the form and it kind of goes up higher on the top into the forearm twist. And then we could grab all of these as well. I should have done these earlier. I forgot. Okay, let's go ahead in here and connect the fingers though. Okay, I'm going to grab these and bring them back and rotate them out. That. Oh man, I just messed up. Happened. Oh, what's with the clap? I don't know if doing the hand and fingers speed wise is gonna work. We're gonna see all this hands out. It's getting pretty messy though. I don't know. Bring these back. Missing vertices underneath. Go to X-ray mode. Arm is screaming at me. It's going, stop, too much. Much pressure. Go there. Grab that one. Grab all of these. Grab all of those. Rotate them, the whole thing out, and then bring it out to the outside of the hand, like that. Before I go too far, grab the next row as well. 2. Okay, that's gonna have to be good enough for today. All right. Down here at the thumb, I don't know. Let's just grab them all and just go for it. So we're gonna combine them all together and see what our hands look like. Go to vertex mode and we'll go to target weld. Clickety click. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. So this is where which one goes targets to which one becomes a little bit more helpful. Just doing the top row first because the webbing down below gets a little harder to see clearly. And then going into the side. That'll work for now. This will come out to the side there. And then for this one, I guess we'll go to where I put the hand helper. Gosh, what just happened? Got the wrong one. Barely. There, and then this one to that. There it goes. Okay. This is going to be a little messy. To be expected. How fast can you go without making a big ass effing mess? Go. No. Do that. Oops. Finger to the web, not the web to the finger. That measured out specifically so that it doesn't get too funky. There we go. And then the padding of the hand under here, then we can go to the faces. Let me go hit Q on the keyboard. I don't know why my X-ray mode is not highlighting. Oh, I guess I just can't see it. So 1, 2, and 2, and 2. Oops. Again, when you go really fast, or if you're new, accidentally hitting shortcut keys is brutal. I know that happens to all of us. So just kind of be aware that it's really common, and you just got to learn to deal with it and look up, you know, what are those common accidental shortcut key hits that you do, and then you fill down, then, you know, whatevs. And again, this is stuff I'd rather do in the sculpting app, but since I'm not doing that right now, I'm just doing it here first. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, curving that out a little bit. It's way too much. Maybe if I leave that one alone and bring that, there we go. That'll help even those out a little bit, and I can always relax that. Here, there's a good relax modifier. I'm just kind of doing stuff by hand as I go. Oh, I missed some at the top here, didn't I? All right, so we'll go back to target weld and go back into X-ray mode. Finish these off. Oh yeah, I missed. Oh, quite sure about that one. Yeah. Oh, I had a vertex selected. That happens a lot with target weld. It was off screen. It likes to remember which vertex, which I'm sure has its uses. It causes me more pain and misery than help, but I'm sure there's a good way. I just haven't done it. So I'm moving the middle edge to the middle of the cylinder of the finger to keep that rounded shape of this finger intact. Right. Switch back to move, and that way the fingers maintain their shape really well, and don't get because you know that cylinder shape of the arm, the leg, the hand. It shouldn't change all that much. I think I'm almost done. I just got to do the thumb. Yeah. How's that? See the webbing in here, just a tiny bit. So you could just relax. You just between the 2 points, just kind of split the difference, and you're fine. And leave it, and then sculpt it. Don't try and push the vertices so darn perfect, because it ain't gonna happen. It's just you end up pushing them back and forth, and it is just burn your arm out. It really ain't gonna help you much. Trust me. Take it from me. Right. Yeah, these are also can be evened out just a little bit, just averaging in between them. Okay. Good. Okay, the thumb is always a pain in the neck. Let's see how badly I mangled this. Oh, not too bad. All right, cool. So face 1, face 2, face, and delete. And actually, we're in really good shape here. I'm going to move this vertex out of the way, though, beforehand, because this is the big web of the palm for the thumb. That is a giant, adds a lot of difficulty if you don't prepare it ahead of time. So you really want that web of the thumb to be pronounced and know that it's there. So it's giant flap of skin, and it should be pronounced. It should be, you know, where it is, so to speak. So we'll target weld that, and then I'm going to target weld the rest to the thumb for now, and then move it after the fact. I could have done it the other way, but we'll see. It's here. I can't see. There it is. You have to see the vertex before it'll weld. Okay, cool. We got it. Dang, that's not bad at all. So maybe move the by edge mode a little bit, especially on the inside of the thumb here. And you know what I did is I put an extra knuckle in the thumb on accident. It's a really common mistake. I'm glad I did this because the actual hinge is back here, and there's only 2 knuckles afterwards. So easy peasy. We just go in here, double click, Control Shift, double click, Control backspace, grab this set of vertices right here, go to D, move them on, align them to that edge there, and just slide them back. There we go. So when I grabbed my default finger and replicated it for the thumb, that happens a lot. And I've actually had an extra knuckle on my thumb on accident more than once, as embarrassing as it is. Okay, D, align it to here, and then go to scale and make this thumb, whoa, a bit fatter. Looks like it's going all over the place. So this is a good point now where I can go DV, bring it up back to the wrist, and freeze, delete history, and let's try that again. Because it's remembering where the normals were from the small, the thumb's a bit too small. I'm just going to grab all these right here and hold down D, align it to that edge. Go to scale it just on these two axes. I want the thumb a bit fatter and maybe a little bit taller. There we go. All right. Go back into vertex mode here, go to move, and bring that out. Side, bring this out some more to the sides. And okay, and then you could bring the hinge back out here, so we could bring more of this side out. And this little one, remember, this constrains to the screen monitor, so when you need it, it's there. And same thing here, and this meat comes way down to help with the grabbing. The brachialis. Go, comes way down. Just getting there. Almost done. And this is yeah, I wouldn't normally work this fast. I'm doing this on purpose this fast. If I was like, it's actually a little stressful. But that is good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's call that one done. Again, freeze, delete. I go out of isolation mode, go to the arm here, to the body. Control click, and actually, whoa. Before I do that, we need to have it centered up on the world coordinates, right? All right, so we go D and X, grab the circle, bring it down to the world, then we freeze it, then we delete the history. Control Shift D, make an instance of it, and grab all of that, and now we can combine everything together. Okay, make sure that we have symmetry still on. It's not object X. I think I screwed up again. So remember, if you screw up one side, it's supposed to be that way. You delete, turn off symmetry, delete one half, duplicate or merge, boom. It takes you 1 minute to do. Always do that rather than fight with what's you know, happening if one side's messed up. So this is the good side, right? I'm happy with this side. I could just leave it like that for a minute actually, and just go in here and go to vertex. So my cat is going crazy. Kitty, stop picking on me, you big bully. Why you gotta bully me? All right, so I'll move it out of the way here. We'll go into vertex mode, grab all the vertices, go to soft select. And your soft select settings, you can set it instead of volume, you can set it to surface. It'll only grab what is connected to it on the surface. Another trick I haven't got a chance to show you guys yet, and bring it back. So I'm actually following a little bit now of the image planes a little more carefully. His arms are super fat. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just run with it. See. There we go. Bring it in there. And then maybe the hand's not fat enough, so let's just you know, make the hand fatter. Whoa, just happened. That's weird. Maybe make the hand bigger a little bit, and then maybe it's hard to scale if you're not happy with how the hand is. It's really hard to scale parts of the hand without screwing up the fingers really badly. So a lot of times you just want to, oops, turn off soft select. You just want to play with the wrist area thickness and the pad of the hand. Try not to scale the fingers off axis, as they'll just get mangled all to hell. And I've had that happen quite a few times, and it's not pretty. Sure. Not pretty at all. So if I want to keep it from getting too big, I'll just grab these faces around here and I'll just delete them. Screw it. There we go. Okay, and then I can always add some more edge loops right here. Okay, connect that. Enter. Go into vertex mode. Okay, now we're good to go. Grab the vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagon, whoops, make sure I didn't have a vertex already selected on accident. So grab, no, stop. Multi-cut. What am I doing? Target weld, that's what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't like the image plane in a way. That's kind of silly. It shouldn't count the image plane against. Goes. There we go. There we go. 7 and 8. There we go. All right. Cool. And see a little stuff that's off there a little bit. No problem at all. That's how it should be. So smooth that out. Good to go. All right. 55 minutes in. All right. So it is going to take me a little over an hour. All right. So no problem. So grab the whole thing. Go to object mode. Swing this around here. What are we at? Control Shift D, grab the two sides, combine, go to vertex mode, go to front view. So I know I get a nice even selection across the middle, and grab the middle there and edit mesh, merge vertices. Done. Go back to perspective mode and smooth it out. Make sure, do one little wiggle, a single click a one vertex and just give it a wiggle. Make sure that it did merge together. Okay, and I'm not going to do much with the legs or the butt or anything like that. I'm just going to go for it here. And yeah, that side right there as well. Okay, let's UV map this character. So to UV map it, we go to the polygon tools, and my UV tools are not there. UV editing. There we go. Go to object mode. Let's get that pivot back down on the feet again. And give it a solid planar map. Done. Switch over to Q. Go to edge mode. And I'm just going to cut it at the neck. So double click, go underneath the chin where the 5-star is. You have to continue that. Double click there. Go into the UV editor box over here. Shift X to cut. Go to face mode. Double click. There's the head. Double click. Gets the shell. That's the group of UVs that are all connected to each other. Go to the back of the head here, and then grab this edge. Double click, get what I need, and then take away what I don't need here at the front of the face. So I'm leaving the seam under the chin and the top of the skull up here. And I don't want all of this at the body, so I take that all away. And I'm just left with the head. Shift X, cut, right click, go to face, double click, Control U. And bam, I got a perfect UV map on the face. Check it with the checker. Checker should all be even. That means the pixels will not stretch around the head very much. Beautiful. All right, so when we cut the seams for the UVs for the body, when I go like behind the hand or the front of the hand, underneath, there's a different ways to do this. So I'm going to go really fast though. So I'm just going to go to edge and go inside the leg seams here to the crotch. And it's going to stop. It looks like it stops down at the foot. Let's see, did I make a mistake on the foot? No, I didn't. Oh, okay, no, it goes all the way up and around. So it stops there at the foot. So I'm going to take that away. Let me turn my symmetry tool back on again. Take that away. And then we'll take away all the seams right there. So I'm just doing the crotch at the moment. Hello, kitty. I know it's time to eat, right? What kind of mean dad am I? Mean cat dad. Yeah, it's a protest time. I'm going all the way up the back of the neck. Hopefully I got that right. Shift X cuts it. You see it changes color. Go to shell, double click, Control U. Unfold. The legs are looking okay to start with. I'll go back down here to the bottom of the foot. I'm going to hinge the foot down here around the side. So I'm going to go to here all the way around the front. This is where I'm going to cut the seam for the toe. And then F on the keyboard. Object X is still on. I'm just paranoid and keep, I got to get that shortcut key memorized. Sorry. There we go. Shift X, cut the foot. That should do it for the foot. So we'll go and grab all the faces again. Control U, unwrap, and there we go. It's a lot closer than it was. You could turn on X for the checker. Yeah, not quite good enough for the feet yet. That's okay. Go, go, go. Almost done. Go to the back of the hand, grab that edge, double click, all the way to the edge of the hand, all the way around the fingers. And we're going to stop it right there, the wrist. Make sure it didn't go all the way onto the front. It looks like it didn't. That's good. All right, we're going to stop right there, and then Shift X in the UV viewport, go to face mode, double click, Control U, unwrap it, and we just have the hands and fingers to fix, and then we're almost done. UV mapping, we can then bring it in, sculpt it, and paint it. So let's see. I could just cut it at the wrist, but I'm trying to do this just right for the demo. Whoa, and now I'm starting to spaz out here. But I'm going to chicken out here, and I'm just going to cut the hands off right now because there's no way I can do it that quick here on the hand. Let's see, can I get the hands now? Paste, body, Control U. Oh, Jesus Christ, what just happened? Where'd the hands go? Did it cut the UV at the wrist? Oh, I didn't finish the cut right there. All right, so my bad. So cut. I missed those two edges right there. Okay, Shift X. Control U. Goes. And there's the pelt. That's the body flattened out, and the hands are in there somewhere. You just got to find them. There's some of the hands. There you go. To grab them all. Looks like I did. Control U. Or just give them a fresh flat planer mat. There we go. Doesn't really matter at this point. And then come around to the edge here. So go down here, get that stupid thing out of the way. I don't even need it anymore. Go to the edge right there at the thumb. That's the one I wanted. Double click. Should go all the way around the thumb, up here underneath, to the up here to the underside of the finger, to the edge of the finger right there. Take that away, and then go up, and then here, and then double click, and it should go all the way around the side to the side of the arm. We want to stop right there, the tip of the finger. We don't want any of that cutting the back yet because it's already cut. And that should, whoops, don't want that one. Dang, I accidentally let go of the where the thumb was on that one. So I gotta go back under here, under the palm. I wish I didn't have to do this manually. This is really hurting my arm. Dun, 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 dun. All the way around. So you're going to have the top of the hand and the bottom of the hand, and it's going to be hinged at the backside here. So we do that. Control X cut. Go to face mode. Marquee drag across. Control right click. Go to shell. And then Control U and unwrap, and voila! Look at that. Oh, they're not connected, are they? How could they be connected? They're two different. Oh man, is it symmetry? Is it causing it? Oh. There we go. Okay, so there's one hand. There you go. See that? That's a UV wrap hand right there. Cool. All right, so it's ready to go. Grab all of them. We can get them all scaled to the same size, I believe. Okay, there was a new tool for it to do this proportionately, and I'm forgetting at the moment, so I'm just going to do this manually. So what you have to do is grab this whole UV shell, scale it down to 0 to 1 coordinate space. So we'll get the body in there first. That. So 0 to 9 to 1, 1.1. I wonder why the line's missing for the 1. That's really lame. There we go. And then double click, scale both the hands the same, so at least there's a way to get a relative proportion. I'm just blanking off the top of my head right now. So there we go. If we want this scale for each hand to be just right to the wrist, to the arm, we can. The head, traditionally the head, we UV scale a little bit bigger so that it can have more detail. I don't know why that's so big. Minus sign, there we go. I must be hitting keys without knowing it. So there we go. And the one right here, the line's missing. I'm like, all right, that's the line I need to see. I don't know what's up with that. And bring this one down. And just a little puzzle piece. I could just do the auto one on this since I'm doing a speed run anyway. I might as well, but yeah, you know, reverse. There we go. Okay, and then maybe bring this sideways and up here so that we can make it quite a bit bigger. Cool, good to go. UV checker's on. No, I can check and see, you know, the hands are a little bit bigger than they need to be. Make sure everything's facing the right directions. Nothing's backwards, upside down. That's my speed UV. So there is a model, and just get rid of that. Object man. There we go. So there is our biped with no anatomy yet. So I can just kind of bring that into the sculpting app and sculpt it up and paint it. So let's do that in the next video. Boom.